we started doing that is because there was no such thing as a 5-string bass.
Right.
It didn't exist.
Right.
So, and it just used to piss me off to have to go up here to play E flat. And I tell people, I said, my good friend Joel Smith, he tuned down to E flat, and I wanted to be lower than Joel, so I tuned down to E flat.
That's how you started.
That's why I played D to this
You gotta
day.
be kidding.
Yep, because I wanted to be lower than Joel.
Wow.
But when I tell you, man, it changed my life. And being with y'all, I wasn't with y'all that long, but it was just, you know, when the seminar was coming around, I didn't care what my calendar had. I was like, I don't care what's going on. That week, I'm doing the seminar. And I lost money a lot of times coming to play, but it's like what I gained from the experience, monetary value, you couldn't put any monetary value on it.
Not at all. Not at all.
And it's crazy, even playing them songs and listening to them, you just realize how impactful and timeless,
they are,
powerful that music was. And you know, your heart makes you pray for it to get like that again. But your brain is like, I don't know if it is, you know. But I just thank God that I had a chance to be there during that time, man. You know, and that's why we gotta cherish this, man, because now we're at that age where people are leaving. They're leaving, and our legends are leaving, and they're not making no more. They're not making no more legends. Like when you think about who are people going to talk about 30 years from now, from this era, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just a blessing, man. All of y'all, man. It's funny, and I was cracking up too when I saw everybody, because I was like, we all are fatter with no hair now.
That's right.
We all had afros and shags and all that.
You're right. You're right.
My hair fell out of my head and started growing in my ears, man.
That's how you know that you're getting old. When your hair is longer in your nose and your ears than on your head. Because man, I be in the car and I be on my way wherever, and then I can look in the rearview mirror and I see a little gray quickly hair growing out my nose.
Right.
So you gotta pull it, and before you know it, here come another one. Lord knows, and it's longer in my nose than it is on my head. That's when you know that you're old. But you know, I want to say this here. Joel and I were roommates, and Joe is so disciplined. He wake up and he's playing the bass. Not 1 hour, not 2 hours, but 3 or 4 hours playing the bass. Then get something to eat. And then he pick up his instrument and then watch a little TV. The TV be on news, and really he ain't even watching it. It's just there, and he's practicing it. And then I feel so bad because the truth of the matter is, I like to play ball. Dennis used to come around. We go play ball. Sometimes we used to play ball. Joe be playing ball, you know. But he have a funny shot. You know? But I understood why when he played this bass. He'd be like, well, you know, you got to come over here. And then so I realized I wasn't putting in enough time shedding. I really was not, you know, and I had to become more disciplined. And in order to be able to play with Joe, you got to come up to at least where you at. At least you mean not surpass it, but come up, practice, just practice. And the scripture said, study to show yourself approved. And guess what? It didn't say to man, it said unto God.
That's not what music is designed for in the first place.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I was even mentioning, like, talking to a couple of people about the NAMM show these days. And it's crazy, dude. The mentality of what these people bring to something like that. And they're missing the whole point. The whole point is simple. It's God's love. And God uses all of us as far as the tools that he gives us to bring that together. That is very important. And this day and age, we need to be prayerful for this generation because they don't see the light. Everybody think that they have to have instant fame. Everybody's posting themselves in service. You're in service and you're posting yourselves. That says a lot to me. You cannot do that. God, just like you said earlier, He'll promote.
Yeah.
So your job is just to do it. It's a simple task. If you're commissioned to do what He gives you to do, just do it. There's no other things around that. That alone, that's your ride. Use it wisely.
Yeah. Nobody don't want to just open the Bible and read it. No, you got to discipline yourself. You know, you got to humble yourself under the mighty hand of God. And He said, in due season, He'll exalt you. So too many of us trying to exalt ourselves. Putting stuff on Facebook and all that. I understand. I told my brothers, listen, I said, there's nothing wrong with it, but let somebody else promote you.
Man.
Don't promote yourself. Let somebody else do it. You know what I mean? And as a matter of fact, if it's good, it'll get promoted. Shut up! If it's good, it will get promoted. You know, Prince wasn't promoting himself. Michael Jackson wasn't promoting himself. Edwin Hawkins wasn't promoting himself. No, they had billboards. Edwin Hawkins, Walter Hawkins, and all they was doing the work. You know, I returned and saw under the sun that the race not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor favor to men of understanding. No, but the scripture says, but time and chance happeneth to them all. Which therefore means everybody get a season. Everybody have an opportunity. But you have to be ye also ready. You got to be ready. Don't you tell me I don't get a chance. No. A chance is coming your way. Joe just got through telling you. Andrew just got through telling you. Yo, you got to be equipped. You got to be ready. That's why you study. And you're in the closet. You be ready. And when you come on out, and everybody be like, you know, that's the way it works, man. That's the way it works. But, you know, stay in tune to God. Stay in tune to God. You know, get your eyes off of other men and off of other women and off of the industry. Get into a lot of ministry of God because, see, before we came here, it was already ordained what we should do. Jeremiah says, I know thy thoughts that I think toward thee, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace, not of evil, to give you a what? Expected end. Your end is already predestined. So all you have to do is allow God to order your steps. For the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. If He's ordering your steps, it ain't you. So then your job is to be submissive to what He's saying. So then your job every day is to find out what are my instructions for the day. That's the day. What is my instructions for the day? So then when you get in in alignment with the assignment, then everything becomes easy. That's where the oil comes.
That's the balance. And I can say this too, for me, you know, through the circumstances of me being back and forth in the hospital. First of all, I thank God for my drive. At 58, and I say to myself all the time, wow, Lord, I don't know what you're doing, but the main thing is you have to be consistent. I don't care how old you get, you have to be consistent. And the reason why I say that is because I've been through a lot of chemos. And every time I come out the hospital, first of all, I've been writing a lot. I've been hearing a lot of stuff. I sit here in the bed, sometimes I be going crazy. I don't have an instrument, but I make up for it by the time I get home. But my point is this, through the chemo and everything, you know, because this chemo's no joke. First of all, it's no joke. But my mindset is, God, you didn't give me this to sit on. And I know sometimes that we're tested through a lot of things that we're going through, just like what I'm going through now. But when I get out the hospital, I always go home and I take a day and rest. The next day, I pull it out. I pull my bass out and I say to myself, I said, you know what? I'm gonna play for an hour and I know I'm gonna get a little cramp. But you know what? I'll get that cramp. I put the bass down for about 20, 25 minutes. Give myself a little break. I pick it back up and redo what I did before. And I just keep getting stronger.
Yeah.
And every time I do that, I'm doing more now than I did when I was younger.
Wow.
Because it's my mindset.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Because I don't take for granted what God has given me. And I watch certain people when they are gifted about doing certain things and they take for granted. I hear people all the time about, well, you know, I don't need to practice, you know, or I'll practice when, you know, by the time the gig comes up. No. You practice in season and out of season.
Yeah.
If you have a gig or you don't have a gig, you're still commissioned. That's like slapping God in the face for what he gave you. You still have to use it. So your mindset is always to be consistent. So, because you never know when you're going to be faced with a musical situation where you don't have to really dig in.
Yeah.
Because that's how this thing works. You don't know.
You don't know.
People ask people, that's always a question, young musicians.
You don't know.
You know, what do I got to do?
Yeah.
You got to do everything.
Yeah.
Because you don't know. You got to have the right gear. You got to have the right attitude. You got to be prepared. You got to learn the music. You got to do all of that stuff.
Yeah. And so my thing is always stay consistent about what God has given you.
Yeah.
Regardless of whatever the circumstances that we go through, we're still commissioned because that's our rides. We're all little Moses around here. And we all have a tool that God has given us, and we can't misrepresent it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So.
You preaching, Doc. I'm glad you brought your tie. I brought